It's October 19, 1987, and panic is flooding Wall Street. Traders scream, computers whir, markets plummet 22%, the biggest single-day drop ever. But what's behind this tsunami of fear? The answer lies in a financial technique called dynamic hedging. It promises to smooth risks, yet here it supercharges the chaos. How does a safety net turn into a wrecking ball? Let's unravel this paradox and what it means for markets today. Dynamic hedging is a clever financial trick, but in practice, its power can backfire. Let's see why what's supposed to tame risk sometimes fuels volatility instead. On that fateful day in '87, firms like Goldman Sachs and Merrill Lynch were aggressively hedging their option exposures, adjusting portfolios rapidly as prices shifted. As prices dipped, computers and traders simultaneously sold underlying stocks to stay delta neutral. But that synchronized selling amplified the fall, turning a steep drop into a full-blown crash. Imagine a thermostat that's too sensitive. When your room gets chilly, it blasts heat, but if it senses the heat late, it keeps blasting, overheating the entire house. Dynamic hedging acts like that thermostat. Its adjustments to market moves can push prices further in the same direction, creating a feedback loop between trading strategies and market price shifts. What was meant to stabilize portfolios ended up destabilizing the entire market. This shows how risk isn't just out there, it's created within the system. Delta hedging, ironically, made the sell-off worse by feeding on itself, a self-fulfilling prophecy of fear baked right into financial mechanics. Delta hedging sounds technical, but at its core, it's a simple idea with huge impact. Let's peel back the fancy words and see how it works in concrete terms. Delta measures how much an option's price moves for every dollar the stock moves. Traders hold shares and bonds in proportions that mimic the option's risk profile. It's like balancing scales perfectly. When the stock price moves, they adjust weights, buying or selling to keep the scales even. This dynamic adjustment is the essence of the hedge. Think of delta hedging as constantly steering a small boat in choppy waters. The captain adjusts the wheel in response to waves, trying to keep the boat on course. But each correction changes the boat's angle, affecting how the waves hit, creating a complex dance between action and reaction, where every move shapes what comes next. Unlike static risks you can predict, endogenous risk depends on traders' own actions. When everyone banks on delta hedging, their collective moves shift prices and market dynamics. So risk isn't just an external storm, it's the boat's movements rocking the water beneath it. Understanding this flips the whole risk management script. Dynamic hedging's story isn't just history, it's a warning and a guide to today's markets. Let's draw out three powerful takeaways. The 1987 crash exposed how a clever mathematical strategy spiraled out of control. No wizardry can fully tame markets, and over-reliance on quantitative hedging tools risks amplifying shocks instead of containing them. Complexity often carries hidden dangers beyond the formulas. Traders and regulators have since realized that feedback loops in markets, where trading changes prices, causing more trading, are invisible pressure cookers. Recognizing these loops matters because strategies that respond to price changes can worsen volatility, turning ripples into tidal waves. Ultimately, managing risk means adapting to an interconnected system where players affect each other continuously. Static views won't cut it. Embracing the market as a dynamic, endogenous beast helps build more resilient portfolios and smarter safeguards against future shocks. Back on that chaotic day in 1987, dynamic hedging was meant to be the hero hedging risks smartly. Instead, it became the villain, feeding panic until prices crashed. The lesson: when your safety net tightens, it can strangle the whole system. Next time you think about risk, remember your actions ripple outward, shaping the very market you're trying to protect. Try this: whenever you hedge or trade, pause to ask, how might this move echo back to me and everyone else? Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.